Hugo Lloris is out for 8 weeks.
Fraser Forster is the backup goalkeeper. I saw some Tottenham fans that I know on social media today who are like kind of worried about this scenario. He's a guy who's been around Forster. He's a big old unit, about 6'5", lots of experience. I mean, he's done a good job at some places, Southampton, Celtic and others. I don't know, you know, this could derail. Even though Lloris has got a mistake in him, we understand that, but, you know, he still makes some really good saves at other times. This could possibly be the difference between top four and not. I mean, that's how big it is.
I like Fraser Forster as a goalkeeper. I think he's at a stage of his career where he's a number 2, where you expect to come in and play a couple of games and then you're out for a few weeks. And I think you're kind of, using my own career as an example, you kind of get used to that. And it works better for you in so many respects. And I think Fraser Forster does that. Maybe 8 weeks is a bit longer than he was expecting or would expect to play as a run for Spurs. Play the Champions League is not something he would have been prepared for. But just coming in and doing a job, I think Fraser Forster is more than capable of. As a number 2, the mindset is, you aren't going to win Spurs any games, but don't lose them any. And I think as long as you do that, Fraser Forster,
it's a bit like, it's a bit glass half full again, Shaka. Come on, give a goal.
That's all right. No, let's go to Jolly Jules. He'll drag us out.
Well, it's a
Frenchman injured now, Jules.
Yeah, terrible day. Really terrible day for the world of football, really, not just for us. I'm kidding. No, I mean, it's sad that Hugo is hoping that he can come back after 6 weeks, maybe more than 8. But yeah, it's at the worst time of the season when they have so many games, the Champions League obviously including, but also the FA Cup and the league where they're fighting for that top 4 finish. So it's the worst time possible. It's a shame because he's also the captain of that team. And I think that leadership is important in those key moments. So they will miss him for sure.
It's a bit like when it's a different scenario, but if you remember back when Kepa was he's number 1 again, but when he was number 1 and Mendy wasn't there and he was having these problems and wasn't playing well amongst other things, and you know, Willie Caballero came in almost out of spite. I think it was from Lampard wanted him out, and whilst he made some, you know, made the odd good save when he first came in, you just knew. You know, but you just knew it was a disaster waiting to happen, really, in the long term. Because, as Shaq said, these guys are number 2s. They come in for the odd 20 minutes or one game in the cup when a keeper's getting a rest or he's injured. So yeah, it's going to be a big scenario for them. When you mentioned to me earlier, Keylor Navas, you know, going to Nottingham Forest, it's all about timing. You know, if you could have got somebody like that in for loan to the end of the season, if Lloris had got himself injured a little bit earlier, that's a different kettle of fish, getting that quality of keeper in. It's a big step up again, I think, for Fraser Forster.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.